I may play the fool at times, but I'm a little more than just a pretty blonde girl with an ass that won't quit.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Phoebe was a savage on Friends.
Well, actually, thanks, but I think I'm just gonna hang out here tonight. It's been a long day.
Oh, sure, okay, sure.
Hey, Phoebe, you want to help?
Oh, I wish I could, but I don't want to.
For this list, we'll be looking at the beloved sitcom characters' most brazen moments and audacious comments and clapbacks. What's your favorite sassy Phoebe moment? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. When she wasn't a fan of Ross's stories. The gang loves to mock Ross over his passionate interest in subjects they deem boring.
Oh, good. Another dinosaur story. One of those gonna become extinct.
Usually, it's good-natured ribbing, but Phoebe really takes things to the next level in this episode. She's positive Chandler's cheating on Monica after watching him enter a car with a pretty blonde woman. Rachel points out that her judgment calls aren't always as on point as she believes.
No, I'm always right about these things.
No, you're not. Last week you thought Ross was trying to kill you.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's hard to believe that anyone would tell a story that dull just to tell it.
However, Phoebe offers some compelling, albeit brutal, evidence that suggests otherwise. We certainly didn't see it coming, but her delivery is so perfect that we don't know whether to gasp or giggle.
He is a good guy. You're right, he wouldn't cheat.
Believe me, if I did see him with someone, there's no way.
Who did you see it with?
It's so catty that if Ross had been in earshot, her words would have had the power to make his boring stories go extinct. Number 9. Fueling Monica and Chandler's fight. Monica and Chandler argue after some earlier miscommunication ruined their date night plans. Both are convinced that the other person is wrong. Luckily, one person was keeping record of their entire exchange.
Can you please talk a little slower?
This is going in your book?
Yeah, it's about relationships. You know, the traps, the pitfalls, what not to do. Keep going, this stuff's great.
Now, Phoebe could have pointed out the misunderstanding at the time to help them avoid this whole debacle. But using it as a plot point in her latest novel chronicling the misadventures of Marcia and Chester is more fun.
Hi!
Oh my good God.
I know what time you said.
What?
Well, actually, I know what time Chester and Marcia said.
Phoebe sits back and watches the drama unfold, even though she has the key to end it. But she's not willing to reveal all quite yet. And when she does, it's pretty diabolical.
Marcia thinks they're supposed to meet at 6. Chester thinks it's at 7.
So you knew we were gonna miss the movie?
That's right.
Instead of telling us, you decided to write it in your stupid book?
Is that any way to treat your friends? Number 8. Calling out Rachel's unrealistic expectations. Throughout the series, Phoebe sees Rachel's jealous streak when Ross shows interest in other women. By season 8, we guess she'd had enough.
Why don't you fill out this address card?
Oh, okay.
I noticed you've picked out a lot of our dinosaur items.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's one of the reasons why we are not a couple.
While shopping for baby supplies, Ross hits it off with the sales assistant, much to Rachel's frustration. Let's just clear up that she doesn't want to date Ross. She just wants his undivided attention.
Because I don't want you to go out with anybody. Okay? I know it's a terrible thing to even think this, and it's completely inappropriate, but I want you to be at my constant beck and call, 24 hours a day.
She shares her gripes with Phoebe, expecting her to respond with the same indignation. But Phoebe offers a different perspective, and Rachel's not gonna like it.
Oh my God. Well, the idea, a woman flirting with a single man, we must alert the church elders.
Why offer friendly advice when you could provide a rude awakening with a sharp and wry quip? That's just the Phoebe Buffay way. Number 7. Making her doctor cry. Giving birth can be a very special experience, but it can also be painful, so you'd want to do everything in your control to help things run smoothly. Understandably nervous about birthing triplets, Phoebe's acerbic tongue goes into beast mode when things don't go to plan.
The reason that your doctor is late is because she's not coming.
What?
Apparently she fell in the shower and hit her head.
Oh my God, she's so stupid!
Her original doctor had an accident and is now incapacitated, and her replacement is a little too happy days for her liking. You'd hope the third time would be the charm, but not in this case.
Hi, and you're going into what grade?
I'm actually a first-year resident, but I get that a lot. See, I graduated early.
Me too. Ross, maybe I should have specified that I'd be needing a grown-up doctor.
When Ross introduces her to a very youthful-looking doctor, Phoebe viciously questions his qualifications before scaring him off and making him cry.
Go! Go, little boy, go!
Oh, cool, you made him cry.
Luckily, a hospital is the perfect location to treat all those burns. Number 6. Helping Chandler's self-esteem. Move over, Freud. There's a new therapist in town.
Your problem is quite clear. All you want is a dinkle. What you envy is a schwein.
After watching Joey's musical about the famous psychoanalyst, Chandler spots a beautiful woman among the audience.
There's a beautiful woman at 8, 9, 10 o'clock.
Oh, hello.
She's amazing.
He doubts his chances with her, getting Ross to agree that she's way out of his league. But being a wonderfully supportive friend, Phoebe tries to boost his self-confidence, but it comes out pretty insulting.
Oh, but you know, you always see these really beautiful women with these really nothing guys. You could be one of those guys. You could do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can always trust Phoebe to build her friends up and tear them down simultaneously. Yes, she was trying to help, but surely there's a friendlier way to do so.
I was the lead. It was better than that thing I did with the trolls. At least you got to see my head.
You're right.
Saw your head. Saw your head.
She said yes. She said yes.
Still, in this case, it worked since Chandler got the date. Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind, but this was just plain cold. Number 5. Poking fun at Ross's failed marriages. Phoebe's thrown so many jabs at Ross throughout the seasons that you'd be forgiven for thinking she just tolerates him as part of the group.
I know it's not what you want to hear right now, but I can't help it. I love marriage.
Seriously? You divorceo?
If you have to call me a name, I prefer Ross the divorcer.
She particularly loves to target his unsuccessful love life. In season 3, while getting ready for Ross's big event, Phoebe quips that Rachel's setting the standard for paleontologist girlfriends.
You guys, does this look like something the girlfriend of a paleontologist would wear?
I don't know. You might be the first one.
She also loves reminding Ross about his growing collection of failed marriages. The morning after Ross and Rachel's not-so-sober wedding, Phoebe cruelly tells the former that divorce is his thing. She even goes on a mini rant about how much he loves getting them.
You love divorce so much, you're probably gonna marry it, and then... and then it won't work out, so you're gonna have to divorce it, divorcing guy. I'm so drunk.
Her viciousness might have something to do with her morning beverages, but still. Number 4. Dating her sister Ursula's exes. Yep, that's right, Phoebe does this not just once, but twice.
Oh, well, this is awkward. Yeah, because you want Ursula, and I'm Phoebe. Twin sisters.
The first time is in season 3 when she confronts Malcolm, a man who's been stalking her, mistaking her for Ursula. She wants to help him detox from her twin, but ends up falling for him instead.
I was thinking what it'd be like to kiss you.
Really?
No.
Oh.
See, that's just something I said now so that maybe I could kiss you.
Oh, okay.
They date for a little while until she discovers he's still following her sister. Then, in season 8, she meets Eric, a man Ursula seemingly duped into marrying her.
She's just so perfect, and we have so much in common.
Oh, really?
We're both teachers,
Huh?
and we were both in the Peace Corps.
Phoebe breaks up the relationship and keeps the spoils for herself. Ursula gets her revenge, and Eric realizes he can't be with either Buffay.
It's too weird.
So I guess this is it.
Yeah. Maybe it's for the best.
We know Phoebe and Ursula aren't close, but whatever happened to sisters before misters? Number 3. Hormonal rage. As Phoebe's due date gets closer, her hormones spiral, leaving her friends walking on eggshells whenever she's around. When Monica and Rachel thoughtfully plan a baby shower for her, she's so mean that we're surprised her guests don't just walk out.
You actually thought it would make me feel better to give me something I can't even use for another 2 months? This sucks! Oh! All right, what's my next present? present. I don't have anything.
Worse still is when Rachel talks out how going to Ross and Emily's wedding might be too hard. Phoebe feigns sympathy before ruthlessly blasting Rachel for whining about childish first world problems.
Because you see, that was an actual problem, and yours is just like, a bunch of, high school crap that nobody really gives,
We later find out that her callousness was a cover for more painful feelings she was harboring, but that doesn't make her words hurt less.
Usually when you're done with the pregnant thing, then you get to do the mom thing. I'm gonna be sitting around in my leather pants drinking tequila.
It's okay, Rachel, we care, and we're sure Phoebe would have if her hormones hadn't taken over. Number 2, mugging Ross. We know Phoebe had a rough time growing up and had to do whatever it took to survive life on the streets.
Oh my God, I can't find my wallet!
All right, lady. Now give me your purse.
No.
What do you mean, no? I knew you'd be my death, Phoebe Buffay!
But this was a blast from the past none of us saw coming. While walking down the street with Ross, they're approached by a mugger who turns out to be an old friend of Phoebe's.
I guess your mugging days are behind you.
Oh.
Oh my God. Phoebe, you used to mug people?
Excuse me, Ross, old friends catching up?
Ross is shocked to discover how the pair know each other, and his memories of an old unpleasant experience come flooding back. The big twist is he now considers the culprit who stole his backpack one of his closest friends.
Preteen comic book nerds were my meat.
So?
Well, there was this one kid who had a sticker on his backpack that said, "Geology rocks."
Now that's savage. Sure, she returns the stolen property, but we're not sure how you move on from something like this. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The Taste of Evil. No, Phoebe, don't hold back. Say what you really think.
Oh my God. Oh my God, good? Oh my God, I can't believe you let me put this in my mouth.
Oh, sweet Lord! Oh, this is what evil must taste like.
No wonder Rachel's pregnant. Did Phoebe forget everything she read in Be Your Own Windkeeper?
Monica, we need more candy.
What? There's only been like 4 kids.
Yeah, I know, but one of them just said that she loved me, so I just gave her everything.
No wonder you're pregnant.
Blasting her tardy guests. No one keeps Phoebe Buffay waiting.
I'm sorry, was that rude? Did my little outburst blunt the hideousness that is this evening?
Keeping tabs on her friends' dating lives. She's certainly not afraid to share her opinion.
But do you want my opinion? You want it? Because in my opinion, your collective dating record reads like a who's who of human crap.
Arguing about evolution. Her persistence eventually breaks Ross.
You just abandoned your whole belief system. No, I mean, before I didn't agree with you, but at least I respected you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Making sure Monica gets paid. Phoebe can be pretty snarky to her friends, but she'll also use her barbed tongue to fiercely defend them. When she and Monica cater a funeral, the widow tries to use her loss to get out of paying.
It seems like there weren't any tears till you showed her the bill.
Phoebe, she sounded pretty upset to me.
You're a grand old
So Phoebe takes matters into her own hands and spits out what might be her most savage call-out of them all. She mercilessly lambasts the not-so-grieving wife in front of all her guests and demands she pay up.
We provided a service, and we deserve to be paid because you ate that service. And we are not leaving here until we are paid every penny. Because you know what, lady? We're part-time caterers, and we have no place else to go.
She then follows the lady out of the room to collect. Needless to say, no one would dare shortchange Monica again.
The widow wouldn't pay, so Phoebe yelled at her till she did.
Yeah, I'm a hard ass.
And I'm a wuss. And we should be partners.
Yeah.
It always helps to have a friend like Phoebe Buffay in your corner. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.